In a small busy town just outside Birmingham lived a woman named Lena. She didn't have much, no fancy house, no car, not even a savings account. But Lena had something very rare and beautiful, a big heart and a smile that could warm even the coldest winter day. Every morning before most people were awake, Lena walked to the local wholesale flower market. She bought fresh daisies, roses, and chrysanthemums. Then she set up a small stall near the high street, just beside an old stone church. She carefully crafted small bouquets and sold them to office workers, elderly ladies on their morning walks, and the occasional tourist exploring the town. She didn't earn a lot, just enough to scrape by. But Lena was never unhappy. Always polite, always grateful, and always smiling. Then came autumn, and with it, the rain. Not just gentle British drizzle, but endless, heavy downpours. The kind that soaks through your coat, floods the pavements, and turns flower petals to mush. Her stall stood soaked, her flowers spoiled. Her hands trembled from the cold. For 3 days, she sat in her usual spot, drenched, selling almost nothing. People hurried past with umbrellas, heads down, too busy to notice her. One morning, Lena looked at her basket of ruined blooms. Her back ached, her legs were wet, and she hadn't earned a single pound in days. For a moment, she wanted to cry. But then she looked up at the people rushing by, frowns on their faces, tension in their steps, and something inside her whispered, "They need a smile more than I need a sale." So she stood up and called out cheerfully, "Free flowers today. Take one. And remember to smile, rain or not." People paused. Some looked confused. A few smiled. Others accepted a wilted flower with a thank you. A little girl giggled and gave her a big hug. A businessman, clearly frustrated after dropping his phone in a puddle, was gently handed a daisy. "Maybe today's gray," Lena told him softly. "But you're not. This will pass." The man stared at her, surprised, then nodded silently and walked on. For the next few days, Lena gave away her soggy flowers, not for money, but to lift spirits. People began to notice, not her flowers, but her warmth. Then, one cold morning, as the rain finally began to clear, a man walked toward her. He wore a crisp white shirt under a long navy coat, held a black umbrella, and had a kind expression. "Lena G?" he asked. She looked up, puzzled. "My name's Vic. Last week I passed by. You gave me a flower. It was wet, but your words stayed with me. You said, 'The rain may fall, but we must keep blooming.' That day, I was falling apart. My business was on the verge of collapse. My father was in hospital. I was close to giving up." Lena listened quietly, her eyes wide. "Your kindness gave me strength," he said. "It reminded me that hope still exists. And I promised myself that if I got back on my feet, I'd help someone else rise too." He held out a small folder and a key. "I run a local flower distribution company. I've rented a tiny shop nearby. It's yours now. You can sell from there, stay warm and dry, and never worry about the rain ruining your stock again." Lena stepped back, stunned. "But I can't afford rent. I barely manage food some weeks." Vic smiled. "You don't have to pay anything yet. Once you're doing well, pay me back bit by bit, no pressure. Just keep smiling, keep spreading your kindness." Tears rolled down Lena's cheeks. She thought of the days she had no sales, when her hands were cold, when people were rude. And yet, she gave, she smiled, she hoped. The next morning, Lena opened her little shop. It was no palace, just a cozy space with a roof, a counter, and shelves for her blooms. But her flowers stayed fresh. Her customers stayed dry. And her spirit? Unstoppable. Soon, her shop became well known, not just for flowers, but for kindness. People came not only to buy, but to talk, to smile, to feel seen. She eventually hired 2 women from her neighborhood who were struggling to find work. She taught them how to make bouquets and how to serve customers with warmth and patience. In time, the shop was lovingly nicknamed the Smiling Flower Shop. Years later, on another rainy morning, Lena noticed a young girl standing outside, shivering. She clutched a basket of ruined flowers, just as Lena once had. The girl looked lost. Lena stepped outside with an umbrella and said, "Come inside, love. Let's not let the rain stop us today." "But my flowers are spoiled. Who's going to buy them?" the girl asked sadly. Lena smiled. "Then let's give them away with love. You never know whose heart they might touch." And just like that, the cycle of kindness continued. Life won't always be sunny. It will test you. There will be storms, setbacks, and struggles. But even in the rain, we have the power to choose how we respond. A positive mindset doesn't erase pain. It gives us the courage to rise through it. When you smile through hardship and give what little you have, life finds a way to surprise you. Kindness, no matter how small, creates ripples. And those ripples can reach farther than we ever imagine. If this story warmed your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story that lifts your spirit. Tell us in the comments, what part of Lena's story touched your heart the most? Or share a time when a small act of kindness changed your day. We'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video. Stay warm, stay kind, and keep blooming, even when it rains.